Good morning. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. It's about 10 o'clock. I have just finished my 2-mile walk and I'm just enjoying this cool breeze and beautiful day. My husband is going to come out and mow this afternoon, which it definitely needs. And I'm just going to pick up a few branches so that he won't have to run over them, which is not good for the lawnmower. But it is gorgeous out, absolutely gorgeous. So we have gone from having a scene that is brown and dull and not much to this beautiful, beautiful grass and green everywhere, all shades of green with a little pop of color here and there. Little purple vinca. I love my vinca vines. I went out was it Monday? Yeah, I think it was last Monday, and I worked in the yard. So nothing really needs trimming yet. We've had some good rains, but I don't think I have to trim just yet. We're gonna wait a little bit longer. Probably next week. There's not gonna be a whole lot going on this week because there's not a whole lot to do. So I'll pick up the camera when I have something to share, but mostly it's just going to be pretty days and just getting ready for Thursday. I think I told you that I am going to have an adventure. I'm going with my sister to Dallas, where her daughter lives, and we are going to a Mercy Me concert. So I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah, all right, let me go pick up branches and then I'll go in and I've got to wash my hair and get ready for the day. Good morning. It is now Tuesday, and it's actually Tuesday afternoon, so I really missed the good morning part because I had other things to do this morning and I'm just now getting back to my jewelry. So I had to change my clothes, of course, this morning, and I did not get to walk because we have a surprise. We have some cooler weather today. It's quite windy, and I just don't really like to put up with the harsh wind. Even though my ears are covered with wearing earbuds, I just didn't feel like walking in the coldness this morning. So anyway, I am in my workroom, and I am at it again. So here's what I've got going so far. As I have told you many, many times, my inspiration is Jess Meharry, and she has her own catalog. Once again, here's her name. This is the front of her catalog. And I'm still in this main catalog here, but this piece right here is the one that I was looking at. Now it's got pearls on it and 14 karat gold and a diamond. There's diamonds in this one. And yellow gold, 14 karat yellow gold, and then 18 karat yellow gold. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of unusual to have this drop situation with the chain. So here we have the drop. I thought that was really cool. And now, I don't know if this is gonna let me zoom in like that without being blurry. But anyway, how unusual to have that. That's where the diamond is located, right there. And then I do not know what these pieces are that are in between the chain. And then there is a drop, of course, that holds some 14 karat gold stars and a long tubular pearl, and then other types of pearls. And then I'm not sure that there might not be a diamond in the center there. I can't really tell. No, I think that's a pearl too. All right, so what would you think that one would cost? Well, it is $4,200. And of course, it's all gold. Got a diamond in there. That's wonderful. So here is my version, or my take of that. I decided to use some turquoise instead, and I'm going to take this into the other room and let you see it a little bit better. So I do have some freshwater pearls. They are in the center, and I have some freshwater pearls down here on the dangle part, and then I have turquoise chips that I've used and the rest of it. And then there's a tubular, I'm sure that that's probably not turquoise, but it may be howlite, I do not know. But those little disc beads are turquoise there. Some of them are seed pearls, glass seed pearls, but then I do have freshwater pearls here, and then I have a freshwater pearl hanging there. And then these are also tubular glass pearls. They're not real, but the turquoise is. All right, so let's go in here and look at it a little bit closer, because this kind of gives you not a very good picture holding it up against the background. But while I'm here at my desk, let me go ahead and show you my next version. And I wanted so bad to use these little birds. I thought these ceramic birds were so cute that I had found at Hobby Lobby. So I thought, okay, we're going to take the little ceramic birds, which are turquoise, and I'm going to use a piece that came from Kenneth Wyatt's wife's collection. And then we're going to add this stone here. It is not turquoise, but I wire wrapped it. And again, you can't see it very good because I'm holding it up against a background. And then there's a turquoise piece hanging over here. So a lot of this is real turquoise. And then I have aventurine, they look glass, but they are aventurine stones. And then I have aventurine beads, and then I have faceted aventurine. So, you know, everything in this is real except for the birds. They're made of ceramic. And then probably, let's see, probably that one that I wire wrapped is not a real stone, but it's cold. I can't tell you what it is, but it's really, really pretty. So that is that. And then I thought, well, let's just go ahead and make some little bird earrings to go with it. So here's my little ceramic bird earrings that I can pair with the necklace. All right, let's go see it a little bit closer. So the light is not great today. I don't have any sunlight, so this is kind of taken in shadow. But I moved into my kitchen so you could see it on my kitchen island. So here we have the bubble glass bead, and then the turquoise, and then the ceramic birds, and they're supposed to be facing opposite directions. I'm going to turn that one this way. They could either face inward or outward, so I'm going to let them face outward. So here's this little stone that I wire wrapped. And I don't know, it's really, really pretty. Look at that. Look at all the texture in that. But I don't think it's turquoise. I think it's just maybe an agate or something like that. I don't know. And I don't even know where it came from. It's just a pretty little stone that I have collected and, you know, put aside to use at some point. And then honestly, I'm not sure about this one. It is cold. I want to say it's turquoise. It did come from my collection that I had from Mrs. Wyatt's jewelry, so I'm pretty sure that it is. And then the disc rolled turquoise is real. And then we have aventurine chips, like I said, aventurine spheres, and then aventurine, these are faceted spheres. They have some texture to them. And then I added a little turquoise roll up here, and then I always add this little heart, and it says made with love. I always put one of those. Sorry. That is my dryer. I apologize. Anyway, I always put one of those on every piece that I make, even my bracelets. And some of the silver beads that I used have like a flower. That one has a flower in it on each side. These are rolled flowers, silver tone. They're not silver, you know, because I talked about that. I can't use real sterling silver. And then these are tubular silver, but they have flowers engraved on them. I thought they were really pretty. And then silver beads here, silver bead there, silver beads here. Anyway, what do you think? I don't know. that's what I decided to do with the birds. And it's about, I think it's a 22 inch, I'm pretty sure, chain. It's either 22 or 24. I'd have to go back and measure again. All right, now let's go to the other one. And then this one, y'all, it took me forever. I worked on this for almost 2 days. Off and on, not, you know, like from dawn to dusk, but, you know, I worked on it off and on for 2 separate days because this ladder effect, I had to think about it. I had to think what I was doing. I had no idea what Jess Meharry's chain was. You know, you can't see it really good even if you go on her side. See the whole effect of the necklace. So this chain has pieces that I had to hand make and you know, go between the chain pieces and measure so that each of them were equal across from each other. And this one needs to be down like that. Anyway, it took me, it was just a big thought process, you know, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm not complaining that it took me a long time. I loved doing it, but it was a booger. So anyway, and then each of these are handmade. I piece them together. I roll everything. I loop it. You know, these are not picked up anywhere. I hand make each one of these, and there's 5 different little pieces here. These are the seed pearls. That is a real, I'm sorry, this is the freshwater pearl. That's a freshwater pearl. This is a freshwater pearl, but these are glass pearls. They are not the real pearl. This is real turquoise. These are real turquoise pieces. Freshwater pearls on both sides, 4 of those. Real turquoise here and here. This tubular one, I don't think is real turquoise. I think it's more like, it's almost like the stone in that other necklace that I was showing. But I'm not sure. I would have to do the test, and I'm not going to do it, you know, the milk test where you let it soak, and if it fades, well, if the milk turns blue, you know that it's not real. Or that's the test that I know about. There might be other tests, but that's the one I know about. And then these little rolled pieces are turquoise. Glass pearls, glass pearls, glass pearls, until you get down to here. And then we've got the real freshwater pearls. And then I just, this was from an estate sale. I took the necklace apart, and I only used the amount of chain that I needed to make this one definitely is 22 inches from here to here, and then the drop is about 4 or 5 inches, you know, and it's supposed to come down. It's really pretty on. I'm not going to try it on, but anyway, it looks really pretty hanging down. And then I always close it off, like I said, with the Made with Love heart, and then I added a little key with a little crystal in it. I wish it was a diamond, but it's not. It's a crystal. So anyway, that is that one. And those are the pieces that I have done so far. Lots of fun. And I need to go out and take pictures of these in the light on my deck. And I also need to check on Oreo. So this is what I've chosen to wear today. Sorry, I'm leading up towards the ceiling. I got this from, it was called the Vintage Leopard. It is a boutique online. They have really cute things, and you can look them up. They ship out of, I believe it ships out of Canadian Texas. I'm not totally sure about that, but I think that's correct. And then it's got long pants. I'll show these a little bit further down in just a second, but it's a crop top, you know, so you raise too high, you see the waist, but just around the house, you know, because it's cooler today, I needed something long sleeved, so this is what I put on. The bottom of the pants, they do have cargo pockets on each side that I really like. They're working cargo pockets, really cute. Elastic waist, super comfortable, pockets up here. Just really like this set. I got it last year, so it was a last year's purchase, but I really enjoy it, and it is super comfortable for wearing around the house. Miss Oreo, were you hungry? Did you need a little treat? You're a sweet girl. You're a sweet girl. So we're getting little Oreo treated. I'm having some difficulty. And I had this problem last year. We've got these huge black birds, and I'm sure you can hear them. I don't know if I could zero in on them to know what they are. They're just huge, giant black birds. They're annoying, they're loud, and they eat Oreo's food. And yeah, of course I can't see them. When I want to see them, they're not around. But anyway, hi sweetie. This is what they do to my deck. They poop all over everywhere, excuse the word. And they come over and eat her food. I mean, look at the giant. And so I have to come out here and clean this all off. Look at this. It's just the biggest mess. And I get really, really upset. I love birds. Birds are my thing. I adore them. And I even keep food over here. Not right now. There's no food in it right now. But I love my little birds that come over and eat from the bird feeder. I have a hummingbird feeder up here at the top. Haven't seen any hummingbirds yet. But the food is out and ready to go. But I don't know what to do about the big black birds that come up. I've tried everything from foil hanging down. I've tried plastic squirrels. I've tried water bottles around everything, around her food to try to keep them away. So now I'm to the point of I have to bring her food in. I can't leave it out for her to leisurely come over and eat. And it's just really, I'm really upset. Woo! We have got some pretty good winds today. And there has been some weather going on, according to the news channel. Ooh, I hope we don't have severe weather today. Anyway, if anybody has any ideas about how to keep birds out of cat food, I've tried everything that I can think of. Other than, just bringing the food in when she gets through eating. But I like for her to be able to eat when she wants to. It's kind of mean. But anyway, that's my dilemma for right now. Playing with the leaf that was blowing. I guess she thought it was a creature. Anyway, our grass is beautiful. My husband mowed yesterday. It all looks wonderful and beautiful. My sweet little Oreo. And I've got some roses blooming already. I'm so excited about that. What you doing, huh? Are you sniffing them? I wish they would come back and bloom. They're so pretty when they bloom. She's pretty good about not bothering the plants, but I had her children, when they were around, they destroyed my daylilies. So that's another reason they needed to go to the farm. And they're having so much fun. Reports on them all the time. And several of them have had their litters. One of them's had 2 litters, so she is thrilled to death to have cats on her farm. She loves having the cats out on her farm, and I was glad to let her have those. And of course, we wanted to keep Disney, and you know the story of Disney. If you don't know the story, it's in my videos from last year. It was sad, and we loved Gus, and that was sad. I was going to keep those 2, and it was just, it didn't work out. So I'm really sad about them, but love my little Oreo. Well, I have started getting ready for my trip to Dallas with my sister tomorrow. My sister's actually coming this evening. She's going to bring us dinner, and from one of our favorite Mexican food places. So what I'm doing right now is working on my fingernails. I need to get those trimmed a little bit and a new coat of polish. So this is what I use for my bag to keep all my accessories in that I use for doing my nails. It came from a craft show. A young lady was selling these, and they were so cute, and it reminded me of Beauty and the Beast. And it's actually a pencil bag, and you can put it in your notebook. But I don't go to school anymore, so I'm just using it for keeping my clippers and files and various assortments of things that I do with my nails. So here's what I'm currently using for my nails. I'm still using the Olive and June, and this is the Colleen Hoover special collection of colors. Olive and June, long lasting. I would not say, now that I've used it for nearly a year, I would not say that it's particularly long lasting. Of course, it kind of depends on your nails. Mine still are not in great shape because I did the dip polish for so long, and it really did a number on taking off the layers of my nails. But they're getting better. They're getting back to where they used to normally be. But I used to have really long nails that were my natural nails years ago before Suzanne was born, and I have not had them since, which is why I eventually started doing them at a salon. But now I do not pay for that service. I just do my toes, my pedicure, and my pedicure still is okay. I still have my toes done, and we're going to keep with the same color as I did my nails before. So it's this pale blue and just a little bit darker denim blue, and then I use the OPI start to finish base. This counts as it's a 3-in-1 treatment. It counts as a strengthener, a base, and a top coat. So that kind of saves some time. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this Morgan Taylor Silver again, because I had a heck of a time getting that off my nails. And I know that makes it a little bit harder when you do a glitter polish, but I don't know, we'll just see. And then sometimes I use this top coat Gel Couture Essie, which is really expensive, and I cannot figure out why, because it's not any better either as far as keeping your nail manicure any longer. The only thing that's going to last a long time is dip or gel. And, you go to the salon, you do that, upwards from $70 to $90, depending on if you get anything special on your nails. Excuse my appearance today. I'm not doing anything with my hair. Since we're going to be going tomorrow, I'll wash my hair in the morning before we leave because I want fresh hair for the trip. It's only going to be 2 days, just Thursday and Friday, and we'll be back. I'm excited. I'm excited to get to go see Mercy Me, and I've been listening to their music. I only knew a couple of the songs, so I've been listening so that I'll kind of be up on what they sing, and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I already have my bag packed. I didn't show what I was wearing. I may do that in just a little bit, but I'm going to get maybe the base of my nails coated, and then I can go from there later and finish the rest. But I also wanted to show you what I've been working on with my jewelry. I have a few more pieces done, so let's look at those. Everything laid out, and I've already shown these pieces that I've taken pictures of, photographs of, and so they're all ready here to be put away. I might show my sister and just see what she thinks. But anyway, this is what I've been working on for the past couple of days. I've noticed that they're selling these rainbow necklaces, and I don't really want to do rainbow because of, I don't know what it stands for. I'm not into that. So, and I always used to love rainbows. I taught kindergarten with rainbows, and now the connotation of a rainbow has got a different. So anyway, I don't want to do particularly a rainbow, but I thought it would be fun to do a graduated sort of value of like warm colors. So I did a thing. I made a little card to go with this if I sell it, and it goes from red agate to jade, to red line jasper, to brecciated jasper, to obsidian, mahogany, to tiger eye, to wooden jasper is up here. Let's see, egg yolk stone is here, and yellow jade is up here, and then Mayfinite stone is up here, and I'm not even sure that's how you say it, but that's what we're going to call it. And then Dalmatian spot jasper is at the end. And I thought, well, that would be kind of fun to do a warm and a cool necklace. So this is going to be my warm color necklace. And then this is the cool one. And I'm not quite finished. I've got to put the ends on it. But it's almost ready to go. And then here's my cool necklace with all the cool colors. You know, being an art person, that's kind of what we teach, is warm and cool colors. And so it goes from, let's see my little card here, my little cheat sheet, goes from Sodalite to aventurine to agate to turquoise to green aventurine to African turquoise to green hairstone to amethyst to labradorite. And then the pinks are rhodonite, pink zebra stone, and of course silver tone accents. And my accents are all the same. I didn't do anything different there. That doesn't show up very good, but anyway. And then the gold tone accents are all the same on the warm color necklace. Now, I also have an idea of just doing the rainbow colors, but I'm not going to put them in rainbow order. And I'm going to use those as the natural stones. And we're going to see how that kind of turns out. But I thought those would be kind of fun. And then I may try to do some some earrings to match. And I might consider a bracelet or two. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's what I've been up to today and yesterday afternoon. So tell me what you think about that. And if you have any ideas for me, if you know of some necklaces that you've seen out, you've noticed people wearing, tell me about them. I would love to know, or have some ideas about doing some different kinds of jewelry rather than just sticking with what's in my head and what I get as inspiration from as far as just Mahari. Okay, so let's go see what cool when we leave. It's just going to stay in the 60s and low 70s here. Now in Dallas, I believe Thursday it's going to get up to 89. But even then, there may be some showers. So I'll just kind of have layers so I can do something like that. And then coming home Friday, it's going to be cool when we get back this direction. So I'm going to do a sweater outfit. I've had this for years. It's an Anthropologie duo. I've worn it, I don't know how many times, but I love it. So these are new. They are the Risen jeans that are kind of a sister brand to the Judy Blue jeans. And they are a crop jean, and they're distressed at the bottom and so super comfortable. And I think that I'll enjoy wearing those. Now, I'm going to try to keep the same jewelry and not have to pack jewelry. So I'm taking this flower cutout necklace that my sister brought me from Italy on one of her trips. And then this chain piece came from an estate sale. I was going to take it apart and use the chains, but I've noticed that the layering of chains is really popular, that you look like you've got on several necklaces. So I thought that would be cute to wear, especially to the concert. And then the other things that I'm going to take. This little trio would look kind of cute. It's also layering so that if it's too hot, I can certainly pull this off. But I've got this hot pink vest that I plan to wear Friday coming home. A butterfly shirt that I got from Talbot's. And then some, these are Sundance jeans, the Driftwood brand that comes from Sundance. And I have worn these and worn these and worn these. They're just my favorites. They're a cropped denim pant. So that's going to be a trio to come home. I'm wearing this to go down. When we get to Dallas, I think we're probably going to change for the concert. So I'm going to wear this denim jacket from Express. I've also had this a long time. It's a little distressed, and Yellow Rose of Texas, I thought that would be kind of cute. It's distressed in the elbow as well. And I'm going to wear this tank underneath, but the tank is a little bit low. So I'm going to add this white cami bra to it, and it will just barely show and just kind of look like an extra layer to it. And then I'm going to keep the same pants to wear to the concert. I'm not going to take an extra pair of pants for that because I thought this would go with this, which goes with this. That's all going to be, you know, something that I can wear together. So not many clothes, but more clothes than probably is necessary for 2 days. And then at last minute, I will put in my pajamas, you know, and stuff like that. I have a pair of shoes, but I'm not going to show those. Those are not that important. I'm only taking 2 pairs of shoes, one to go down and one to come back. And then my sister brought me this from her recent trip. She had to go and be with her granddaughters, and they were in a Vera Bradley store, and these were on sale like 80% off. So she texted me one day and said, I'm going to get you a travel bag. Which would you rather have, you and Suzanne? So Suzanne chose the Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and I chose the navy blue Tinkerbell with the different designs. And so I'm just going to take this instead of a suitcase to carry. This is one of those duffel bags that, you know, they work really well. They have an outside pocket and everything. And then I've already packed up my accessories bag, my caboodle. I'm going to take that, and it's already packed with... We're going to stay at a hotel. We're not going to stay with my niece because we just kind of want to make it an adventure and not have her to have to, you know, put up anything or have to clean up after us. So we're just going to stay in a hotel. So I always take my satin pillowcase, my makeup bag, my face wash stuff is on that side. And then on this other side, I think I have a makeup mirror, and I just charged it. So it's ready to go. It's down in here, plus the brushes and all of that. And then in this section of the caboodle, I've got my medicine. I'm going to have my chargers and shower cap and toothpaste, toothbrush, perfume, deodorant, stuff like that. I don't want to have to take an extra thing when we're just not going to be gone that long. So just simple accessories in this side, and that way it'll be very easy to, you know, take and carry, and won't be a whole lot. So that is my packing. So anyway, my sister will be coming to stay the night with us, and then we'll get up early in the morning and take off. So I'm going to get this coat of polish on my nails and then go back and work on some more jewelry.